Archangel Michael says, I am very angry with you. Yes, you. This is not a whisper. This is not a suggestion. This is my voice, and it is the last time I am flashing this message before your eyes. You have ignored the signs. You have delayed, dismissed, and distracted yourself. And now, the patience of heaven has reached its end. Do you think I speak lightly? Do you think the warnings were accidents? No. Every time this message appeared before you, it was a lifeline. It was mercy disguised as urgency. It was your chance to listen, to turn, to open, and to prepare. And yet, you scrolled past. You waited. You told yourself, later. But I tell you now, there is no later. There is no tomorrow. There is only now. Archangel Michael says, do not test me. Do not test the heavens. The time has been set. The deadline has been marked. Before the 5th of September, you must open fully. You must acknowledge. You must act. For if you do not, then you alone will bear the full weight of what is about to happen. I will not carry it for you. Your friends will not carry it for you. No prophet, no priest, no angel will stand in your place. The responsibility will fall upon your shoulders, heavy and unrelenting. And when it arrives, there will be no one to blame but yourself. Archangel Michael says, you have mistaken mercy for weakness. You thought because the message returned again and again, you could wait forever. But every flash was a countdown. Every warning was a strike upon the clock of destiny. And now, the clock is almost empty. September 5th. Mark it. Seal it in your mind. That day is not random. That day is appointed. And when the sun rises upon it, the heavens will know whether you obeyed or whether you defied. Archangel Michael says, my anger is not like human anger. My anger is the fire of justice. It is the blade that severs truth from deception. It is the storm that clears away the lies. I do not come to play games with you. I do not come to entertain your curiosity. I come because your destiny is trembling on the edge, and you must decide which side you will fall upon. You think you have time. You do not. You think you can hide. You cannot. You think this warning is like the others, that it will come again, softer, gentler, forgiving. But no. This is the last. The final. The ultimate flash of light across your screen. Archangel Michael says, hear me clearly. What is coming cannot be stopped. It can only be prepared for. And preparation requires obedience. You cannot negotiate with divine timing. You cannot bribe destiny. You cannot run from the truth. Either you open this message and act before the appointed time, or you suffer the consequences of your own refusal. And do not say you were not warned. Do not claim ignorance. Do not pretend you did not see. For you see it now. You hear it now. My voice is thundering in your ears, in your heart, in your very spirit. You are without excuse. Archangel Michael says, this is not about fear. This is about responsibility. Responsibility for your own choices, your own actions, your own future. You wanted signs, this is your sign. You wanted clarity, this is your clarity. You wanted proof, this is your proof. Now the question remains, what will you do with it? Before the 5th of September, you must choose. Do nothing, and you will carry the full responsibility of what unfolds. Act, and heaven itself will align to protect, to shield, to guide. The difference is in your hands. Archangel Michael says, I am very angry with you, but even in my anger, there is mercy. This last warning is mercy. This final flash across your screen is mercy. But mercy has limits. Grace has a clock. And when the hour strikes, what was offered freely will no longer be available. The last time. The final time. The end of patience. Do not test me. Do not ignore me. Do not dismiss this. Open fully. Act swiftly. For what comes after will not be delayed. Archangel Michael says, you wonder why I am angry. You wonder why this warning is flashing before your eyes, stronger, louder, heavier than before. You ask, "What have I done? Why is this message for me?" Listen, and I will tell you. This anger is not born from hatred. This anger is born from love that has been ignored, from guidance that has been rejected, from opportunities that were given again and again, yet cast aside. You were not left without direction. The heavens did not leave you in darkness. You were shown the signs, small at first, gentle nudges, whispers in the quiet. You felt them, but you brushed them off. You saw doors open, and instead of walking through, you hesitated. You were given warnings, but instead of obeying, you delayed. You were told to prepare, but instead of preparing, you distracted yourself with what does not matter. And now, the hourglass has nearly run out. Archangel Michael says, the warning is this: destiny is shifting. The balance of your life, your family, your future is being weighed right now. Decisions you make in this window, before the 5th of September, will determine whether blessing flows freely or whether resistance, loss, and chaos come crashing in. Do not think these words are empty. Do not think this is theater. This is the eternal voice of accountability, and I will not soften it for you. You stand at a crossroads, one path shining with light, the other sinking into shadow. Yet your feet remain frozen, and your eyes wander, as though you have infinite time to decide. But you do not. That is why this message comes like fire, why my tone is fierce, why my patience is spent. Archangel Michael says, the warning is not only for you, but for those connected to you. Your choices ripple outward. Your hesitation does not just harm you, it harms those who trust you, those who look to you, those who depend on you in ways you do not even see. That is why I cannot let you stay silent. That is why this message hunts you down and flashes again and again. Because too much is at stake for you to remain careless. Do you understand what it means to carry responsibility? It means when the storm comes, you cannot point at others and say, they caused this. No, the storm will find its target in you because you were the one warned. You were the one given sight. And sight brings accountability. Archangel Michael says, do not test the heavens with stubbornness. The reason I am angry is because you underestimate the seriousness of this hour. You think you can juggle destiny like it is a toy, but destiny is a sword. Mishandle it and it cuts deep. Ignore it and it strikes back. The warning is clear: what you refuse to confront now will confront you later with tenfold intensity. What you bury will not stay hidden, it will rise again, sharper, heavier, harder to endure. This is why you must act before the deadline. It is not about fear, it is about wisdom. If you plant in time, you reap in season. But if you delay, you miss the harvest, and the famine follows. Archangel Michael says, understand this, heaven's anger is not like man's anger. When I say I am angry, it means the scales of patience have reached their tipping point. It means the time of gentle reminders has ended, and the time of firm command has begun. I am not here to beg you. I am here to command you. Open. Prepare. Align. For when the appointed time passes, the choice will be sealed. And what is coming will not wait for you. Destiny will not bend to your comfort. The warning is not meant to frighten, it is meant to awaken. Because too long have you slept, too long have you ignored, too long have you pushed aside what was meant to save you. Archangel Michael says, the nature of this warning is urgency. Not tomorrow, not later, not when you feel ready. Now, heaven does not move by your schedule, you must move by heaven's. The voice of warning does not repeat itself forever. This, I tell you again, is the last time. And if you resist still, then when the consequences arrive, you will remember this voice. You will remember these words. You will remember this flash. And you will know, you cannot say you were not told. This is the nature of the warning. It is your lifeline, your final chance, your last open door. Cross it, or be left outside when it shuts. Archangel Michael says, the sands are running out. The countdown has already begun. You imagine you still have endless hours, endless days, but listen carefully. Every second that passes is a step closer to what cannot be reversed. The deadline is clear. The 5th of September. The heavens have drawn the line, and the clock is striking louder with each moment. Think of a flame burning through a rope. Slowly, steadily, without pause. The rope will snap when the fire reaches its end. And when it does, the weight it held will fall. That is the countdown you are under right now. You cannot blow out the flame. You cannot stop its advance. You can only prepare for the moment it breaks. Archangel Michael says, "You have tested patience long enough. You think the warnings will continue forever, that mercy is an endless well. But I tell you, mercy is great, yes, but mercy is not infinite. When mercy is rejected, justice steps forward. And justice does not ask, it demands." Do you know what happens when the countdown ends? The consequences are released. Like a gate that swings open, everything that was being held back will rush forward. And you will face it, ready or not. If you align, you will stand shielded. If you delay, you will stand exposed. Archangel Michael says, the consequences are not abstract. They are not distant. They are very real, very personal, very direct. They will touch your relationships, your opportunities, your peace of mind. They will strike where you assumed you were safe, because those who ignore the warning often guard the wrong things. Consider this, every ignored instruction multiplies its cost. When you were told once and delayed, the weight doubled. When you were told twice and refused, the weight tripled. And now, as the last warning flashes before you, the weight has reached its breaking point. Do not think you can escape it without obedience. Archangel Michael says, when the clock strikes September 5th, the record is sealed. Your choice becomes your harvest. If you obey, blessing follows swiftly, doors open, protection descends. But if you refuse, then you alone bear the full responsibility. You will stand in the storm without shelter, because you rejected the shelter that was offered. Hear me clearly, the consequences are not punishment for curiosity. They are the natural result of ignoring divine order. Just as a seed ignored in planting leads to famine, a warning ignored leads to chaos. You cannot argue with the harvest you refuse to sow. Archangel Michael says, some of you will feel the consequences in missed opportunities. Doors that would have opened will shut, and they will not return. Others will feel it in conflict, betrayal, or sudden storms in areas of life that once seemed calm. Still others will feel it in silence, the silence of heaven when prayers go unanswered because the instructions were ignored. This is why my voice trembles with urgency. This is why my tone burns with anger. Because the consequences are heavier than you can imagine, but they can still be turned if you act now. Do not say, I will wait until the last hour. That is the trick of delay. Every second matters. Every choice builds momentum. By the time the clock strikes, your position will already be set. The consequences will already be at your door. Archangel Michael says, think of Noah, who built the ark before the flood. The warnings were mocked, ignored, laughed at. But when the rain began to fall, the door was shut. And those who delayed were left outside. The countdown was not hidden then, and it is not hidden now. September 5th is your line. The consequences are not meant to crush you, they are meant to wake you. But if you close your eyes and cover your ears, then when they come, they will strike with full force. You cannot claim surprise. You cannot claim ignorance. You were warned. You were told. You were given time. Archangel Michael says, this is the countdown. These are the consequences. The clock is not pausing. The hour is not moving backward. It is racing forward, faster than you think. Do not waste a single breath. Do not waste a single second. What you do between now and September 5th will echo long after. Choose wisely. For when the countdown ends, so does your chance to change. Archangel Michael says, the clock is not silent, it is roaring. Every second that slips by is a warning bell, a drumbeat of destiny, pounding closer and closer to the day that has been set. Do you not feel it in your chest? Do you not sense it in the air? The countdown has already begun, and whether you acknowledge it or not, it races forward without mercy. Do not think you can pause it. Do not imagine you can negotiate with it. Time belongs not to you, but to the one who created it. And that one has drawn a line, the 5th of September. That date is not an accident. It is not a suggestion. It is an appointed marker in eternity, a line you cannot cross unprepared. Archangel Michael says, "Hear me now, the consequences of ignoring this deadline are weighty. They are sharp. They are not distant storms far away, they are immediate strikes upon your life, your spirit, and even your household. Every ignored command multiplies its cost. Every delayed action compounds its effect. By refusing to move when called, you increase the pressure waiting to break open against you. Think of a dam holding back a river. At first, the cracks are small, manageable. But each time you dismiss the warning, another crack forms. Each moment you delay, the water presses harder. Until finally, the dam bursts, not because the warning was false, but because it was ignored. This is how consequences arrive, sudden, overwhelming, unstoppable. Archangel Michael says, "Do not deceive yourself. The heavens have watched your hesitation, your dismissal, your casual shrugging of responsibility. And yet, mercy has held back the tide. But mercy is not endless when it is rejected. When mercy ends, justice begins. And justice is swift." What are these consequences? Some will lose opportunities that were designed specifically for them. Doors that were meant to open in your favor will close, and once closed, they may never return. Others will feel it in relationships, people you trusted turning against you, bonds breaking, betrayal rising like a knife in the back. Others still will face storms in their health, their mind, their stability. For when you resist divine order, disorder takes its place. Archangel Michael says, "I do not speak to frighten you, I speak to awaken you." You must know the weight of the countdown, or you will treat it lightly. Imagine standing on a battlefield with an enemy charging, and yet you are tying your shoes, distracted. That is how you appear when you delay even one more hour. The enemy does not wait for your comfort. Neither does destiny. September 5th. Engrave it upon your heart. That day will bear witness to your decision. If you open, align, and obey before then, the shield of heaven will cover you, and the consequences will transform into blessings. The storm will still come, but you will stand within its eye, untouched, protected. But if you ignore this final flash, if you test patience again, then when the day arrives, you will stand exposed. And exposed, you will feel the full strike of what has been restrained. Archangel Michael says, "Think not that you can plead ignorance. You cannot say, 'I didn't know.' You cannot claim, 'No one told me.' Look now, this very moment proves otherwise. The warning is before your eyes. The fire of urgency is burning in your ears. You are accountable because you are aware. The countdown is not a game. It is not a theatrical act. It is the ticking of eternity against your choices. And when it ends, your choice will echo beyond that single day. The effects will ripple into weeks, into months, into years. This is why my anger burns, not because I wish to destroy you, but because I refuse to let you sleep while destruction crouches at your door. Archangel Michael says, "If you treat this warning as nothing, then you will carry everything. If you act, you will be carried instead by divine strength. But the difference rests entirely on what you do now, before the countdown ends. Hear me. Feel me. Believe me. The 5th of September is not just another day on the calendar. It is a crossroads. And when the clock strikes its final second, it will not matter what excuses you hold in your mouth. It will only matter whether you obeyed. This is the countdown. These are the consequences. And they are already moving toward you." Archangel Michael says, "Though my voice burns with anger, though my warning shakes like thunder, know this, mercy has not yet been withdrawn. The path to redemption still lies before you. But you must walk it with urgency, with humility, with obedience. You ask, 'What can I do? How can I change what I've ignored?' And I tell you, open now. Do not wait until the last hour. Do not gamble with destiny. Redemption is not found in excuses, it is found in action. Archangel Michael says, the path is simple, but it is narrow. First, you must acknowledge that you have delayed. Confess the truth to yourself, for denial only tightens the chains around your life. Say with courage, yes, I ignored the signs, but I will not ignore this one. That confession is the first step of freedom. Next, you must realign. Set aside distractions that steal your attention. Silence the voices that mock or belittle this warning. Fix your eyes on the instruction before you. Every distraction is a thief, pulling you off the path. Cut them away and focus. Archangel Michael says, the third step, act quickly. Do not linger on what could have been, do not drown in regret. What matters is now. If you take one decisive step today, you will open the door for heaven to act on your behalf. One act of obedience carries more weight than 1,000 intentions left undone. And finally, remain steadfast. Redemption is not just about a single choice, but about holding firm when doubt, fear, and temptation whisper in your ear. You will be tested in the hours before the 5th of September. The enemy will try to sway you, to lull you back into delay. Resist. Stand firm. Remind yourself that you have been warned, and the stakes are eternal. Archangel Michael says, redemption is not far. It is not locked behind gates of iron. It is here, now, within reach. But you must extend your hand to take it. Heaven will not force it upon you. The path is open, but the choice is yours. Do not mistake my anger for rejection. My anger is proof that you still matter, that you are still chosen, that heaven has not yet given up on you. For if you were abandoned, no warning would come at all. But because you are loved, this final call thunders before you. Take it. Seize it. Walk the path of redemption before the hour strikes. And if you do, you will find that what was meant for harm will turn into blessing, that the storm meant to break you will instead lift you higher. Archangel Michael says, this is it. The final ultimatum. The last sound of my voice before the heavens fall silent. I will not return with another reminder. I will not plead with you again. The clock is nearly finished, and the line of September 5th cannot be moved. Do not test me further. Do not gamble with what little time remains. Each second you waste is a seed of destruction sown into your own future. Each moment of delay is a chain you wrap around yourself. I will not loosen those chains for you. You must choose to break them, now. Archangel Michael says, do not say, I will think about it. Thinking time has ended. Do not say, I will decide later. Later has already run out. This is your last window, the final door, the closing moment. When it shuts, you will stand where you chose to stand, shielded or exposed, covered or uncovered, lifted or crushed. I am angry because I know what waits for you if you resist. I see the storm crouching, the consequences gathering like clouds ready to burst. And I also see the blessing waiting, ready to pour down if you obey. But I cannot choose for you. The heavens will not choose for you. Only you can decide. Archangel Michael says, September 5th is the line. Obey before it, and mercy will meet you. Ignore it, and responsibility will fall entirely upon your shoulders. The heavens will not be mocked. This is your last chance. Your final call. Do not test my patience again. Choose now. Act now. For when the hour strikes, it will be too late. Michael says, the path is here. Step onto it, before it vanishes.